Hello friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'll be unboxing the new 3D printer I just got, the Clarity Under 3, and after that I'll be assembling it and doing my first few prints. So let's get into the video. Okay, now let's start by getting into the box. Okay. Now let's set this aside, this to one side, and then let's look inside. So there's some foam covering the top. Okay, looking inside the box, I see a assembly guide, and then there are a bunch of big parts. I think these are the rails. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay, that looks like the extruder on the bed. Keep this aside. Okay. This looks like the... Whoa. Okay, power supply. 24 volt. Nice. Oh, this looks like the screen. Oh, this is probably to feed the wire in. Oh man, that's heavy. Oh, there's one more level to it. A motor, stepper motor. Wire. Oh, this is solid metal, and it's probably the one to hold the filament in. A screw. Okay. And then a lot of Ziploc baggies. Oh, a tool. And a few more parts. Okay, now let's arrange all this on the table and begin assembling. Okay guys, now that we have all the parts laid out, I can see a lot of tools included in the package, which is good. A lot of screws and many other parts. So let's start by opening this part. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we got these two pieces removed. Now we have two more to go. I'm guessing these are two. Okay, now let's start assembling. Oh, before we assemble, there's one more Ziploc we'll have to open and check. So, on the Ziploc, oh, so there is a micro SD card and a SD card reader. Some startup filament, which is also good. Wow, two screws that just randomly fell out. Oh, I think it might be for this. The belt tensioner. And then these parts, which we'll have to figure out later. So I feel like this is all assembled. Now let's turn it on for the first time. Here there's a screen which should technically light up when it's on. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I do hear some fans. The screen is lighting up, which I hope is a good sign. Okay, this is starting to cool, which is good. Okay, now let me just hop onto the front and see what this is. Okay, so it says it. Okay, it shows everything right now. Alright friends, now before we continue printing, let's understand what a 3D printer is. And to do that, let's go to a normal paper printer. Now, when you hear the word printer, you would be reminded of something like this, a paper printer. Now how is this different from that, and why is that called a 3D printer? So, every printer, let's get this closer. So let's understand how this printer works. So we fill it up with 2 cartridges, which let's just plop them out right here, colored and black and white. And as the paper gets reeled in, these cartridges quickly just put a layer of ink as you've told them to, and as it comes out, you see your print. Now let's get back to the 3D printer. Okay, so now let's see how this printer works. So, you take a file from your laptop and then using an adapter, you plug it into a micro SD card. This is a typical 8GB micro SD card that came with my printer. I'm blurring the part so you don't see it, but then you simply can just plug it into your adapter. Then you have a USB end, you put it into the USB, and then you can use a slicer like Ultimaker Cura. Now what's a slicer? So usually when you design a file or a 3D file using, let's say, Tinkercad or Fusion 360, it would be a STL file. Then using Cura, STL files firstly aren't readable for the 3D printer. So what you're doing is taking it into a slicer, which in this case is Cura, and Cura is basically just slicing the thing up, which means it's dividing it into layers, telling the 3D printer where it has to go on layer 1, then where it has to go on layer 2, then where it has to go on layer 3, and then the 3D printer follows those XYZs and then makes a print. Now instead of ink in the 3D printer, you have this is PLA plastic, which is plastic just reeled into 1 kilogram reels, which is kept here. The ink is extruded. Zoom this up. As you can see, it's not printing anything because I'm filming this part later. So this part right here moves and drops your ink or the plastic, whatever you will call it, and then this axis moves, and then you can even raise this bar, which isn't very doable with the hand. You can raise it up and down. You get the point. Now let's get back to printing. Okay friends, so now let me show you a few things that I have printed over the time. So the first print, the time lapse that you would have probably seen, was of this. You might not have seen the whole thing because I couldn't film it, but if you feel it, it's Arnav written. Let's carefully find out where that angle is. So yeah, that's Arnav, and then it's just a flat here. And then second, I built this. It's a keychain. Well, you can just plug it on to whatever you want to, with my name written on it again. But it's not just a keychain. It holds your keys inside. And this was one of my coolest designs, and I use it almost every day. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe as well. Comment down below what was your favorite part, or what you think I should print next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.